Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell.
The OnePlus 15 is finally here, everyone. So how does that 165Hz high refresh rate display actually perform? Is the gaming experience as smooth and stable as OnePlus claims? And what about that massive 7300 mAh battery? Does it really last as long as advertised? Plus, without the Hasselblad branding this time, can the camera still deliver top-tier shots? No hype here. I'll just share my honest thoughts and hands-on impressions. Let's kick things off with a quick unboxing. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. It still comes in that familiar OnePlus red box. Inside, the bottom layer holds the case, and right above it sits the phone. Now let's check out how it looks. 1, 2, 3, wow. This purple shade isn't quite what I expected. I thought it would be super bright, but it's actually got a matte finish that gives it a subtle, elegant look. It stands out without being flashy, and best of all, it doesn't attract fingerprints. When you tilt it under the light, you'll notice a soft shimmer along the edges, a really nice touch. To be honest, I initially had my eyes on the Dune color, but this purple has completely won me over. It's got a charm of its own. The phone weighs around 219 grams, which is impressive considering it packs a 7300 mAh battery. The grip is slightly wide, so it might take a bit to get used to, but it doesn't feel heavy or bulky in the hand. The included purple silicone case also feels nice and sturdy. What do you guys think of the design? Drop your opinions in the comments below. Now, let's talk about that display. It's a 6.78-inch 1.5K third-generation Oriental screen with a blazing fast 165Hz refresh rate. This is actually my first time using a display with such a high refresh rate, and wow, it feels incredibly smooth, especially for gaming and scrolling. But great specs are one thing, real-world experience is what really matters. And honestly, the screen quality here is top-notch. I usually tweak the color settings on my phones, but with the OnePlus 15, I didn't need to touch a thing. The colors pop nicely without looking oversaturated, brightness adjustment is easy, and everything looks crisp and clear. In terms of display quality, it's hard to find any real downsides. For those with sensitive eyes, OnePlus has added full brightness DC dimming and PWM dimming options, plus low-frequency flicker control. If you're someone who likes using your phone in the dark, looking at you late-night dorm scrollers, you'll appreciate the new hardware-level 1-nit low-light display mode. It's gentle on the eyes at night, though honestly, getting some sleep wouldn't hurt either. So far, the eye comfort features really hold up well. The fingerprint sensor is positioned slightly above the bottom center, making unlocking feel very natural and smooth. Definitely a good placement choice. Now let's talk power. Most flagship phones either give you a big battery with slow charging or fast charging with a smaller battery. But OnePlus went all in here. 120-watt fast charging and a 7300 mAh battery. That's a dream combo for gamers or heavy users. In my testing, I streamed videos, scrolled through social media and mixed between 5G and Wi-Fi use for about 9 hours, and still had 44% battery left. That's seriously impressive. It almost feels like using an 8000 mAh battery. Easily the best battery performance I've seen in months. Even if you're gaming for hours, it should comfortably last through the day. And don't forget, it also supports 50-watt wireless charging, which is right up there with the fastest wireless charging standards available right now. So, from the display to the design, battery, and performance, the OnePlus 15 is shaping up to be a real powerhouse. When it comes to photography and video, I honestly didn't expect too much from the OnePlus 15 at first. Since the phone is clearly built around performance and gaming, I assumed the camera would just be okay. But after actually using it, I was genuinely surprised, especially by how well it handles light at night. I took several shots of illuminated signs, and the results were really impressive. The phone managed to control and balance light beautifully, showing exactly what your eyes see in real life. The HDR performance stood out the most. The highlights and shadows were balanced perfectly, and both of the main and telephoto cameras delivered consistent color tones. Unlike many phones that create a halo effect around bright lights, the OnePlus 15 kept everything clean and natural. Even the night sky looked surprisingly noise-free. Portraits in low light turned out great too. The phone uses Oppo's in-house light condensation imaging technology, with the main camera supporting full pixel autofocus and OIS stabilization. This helps reduce blur and distortion, keeping photos sharp and steady. When shooting portraits, the beautification feels natural. It doesn't overdo it. It's a bit like Apple's style, but slightly more refined. You also get creative filters like CD, retro, and film that add a cool vibe without going overboard. Now, it might not beat Oppo's X series in portrait quality, but honestly, the results are still very impressive. One feature I've been loving lately is the AI image assistant. It can help you edit your photos, adjust composition, apply filters, and even add AI-based fill light to make portraits pop. It enhances the subject's facial details so well that it almost looks like you're shooting with studio lighting. For video, OnePlus really pushed the limits here. It supports up to 4K at 120 frames per second, something rarely seen at this price point. Most phones only offer 4K 60 FPS, so this deserves major credit. The stabilization and HDR in video mode are also excellent. Speaking of performance, the OnePlus 15 is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chipset, the latest flagship processor, and it also comes with a dedicated G2 eSports network chip. This chip includes an independently developed cellular signal CPU, the first of its kind in the industry, boosting network strength by up to 70%. That's a huge deal if you're in places like dorms, cafes, or anywhere with weak signals. Whether you're gaming, streaming, or downloading, lag becomes a thing of the past. And yes, this phone can easily handle Thunder and other demanding titles. In fact, the OnePlus 15 can hit 165 FPS in 3 major games, delivering an incredibly smooth experience. It's clearly built for gaming enthusiasts, especially for FPS titles where every millisecond counts. The touch response is another highlight. It supports a massive 3200 Hz touch sampling rate, meaning the screen reacts almost instantly to your input. I tested this with some friends in fast-paced shooting games, and the OnePlus 15 consistently responded quicker than most other phones. It's a real advantage for competitive gamers. Even though I'm not a hardcore gamer myself, I do have a ton of gaming accessories, so I always look for phones with top specs. The OnePlus 15 even includes a gamepad-level gyroscope, which makes aiming and recoil control much smoother, perfect for those late-night dorm matches. In terms of actual gaming performance, the numbers speak for themselves. 59.6 FPS in Ming Dynasty, 116.4 FPS in Genshin Impact on max settings, and 57.1 FPS in Planet Railroad. Those are seriously strong results. So in summary, the OnePlus 15's biggest strength is its 165 Hz ultra-high refresh rate, combined with a lightning-fast touch sampling rate and the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip. Together with LPDDR5X Ultra RAM and up to 1 TB of UFS 4.1 storage, the overall experience is buttery smooth, whether you're gaming or multitasking. The biggest surprise for me, though, was the battery life. That 7300 mAh cell performs incredibly well. Even compared to other phones with 7000 mAh batteries, it stands out for how efficiently it runs. If I had to point out one minor flaw, it's that the phone could be a little lighter. But honestly, for 219 grams with that massive battery, OnePlus did a great job keeping the weight manageable. The base model of the OnePlus 15 starts at £428 in the UK and $563 in the US, which feels fair for everything it offers. All right, that's it for today's review. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.